no traffic in the streets. So all kinds of, what were they? The jumping ones, you know, that come out of Australia. Kangaroos.
Oh, kangaroos.
Streets, because there was no one there. It was so cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. I'm bringing.
Good day.
It is a good day. Well, as I'm launching us on Facebook, I'm bringing Billy in the room. Billy, if you have your Billy's turning on his camera right now.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, how you doing, Billy?
Hi, Tanya. Tanya, I was a friend of your husband on Marshall Parkway years ago. When you came to the reunion at PS 80, I met you there.
Oh my God, that's outrageous. That seems like a million years ago.
I know,
wow,
I know.
You were a friend of Barry's, huh?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
Yeah. Whatever. Barry has a younger brother. I forget his name.
Yeah, he had a brother who passed away, Marty.
Oh, Marty passed away too?
Marty, yeah. And Ronnie's still alive, and his older brother's still alive. But the two angels were taken early.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had the house right near the schoolyard, near the school.
Yeah, right by the school. They could come home for lunch every day.
Yeah. And he fell in love with you while you were on a movie line, if I understand it?
I was on the movie line. And actually, I saw him at the end of the street, and I saw his eyes, and I don't know, something just made me move out of the line to where there was a guy selling ice, those ice things that they make.
Yeah, yeah.
And he came up to me and said, hi. And I said, hi. And he said, I don't know what to say. And I said, well, where are you going to meet people? At a cocktail party? And we fell in love. I fell in love with his eyes the minute
How old was Barry when you met him?
He was, oh God, in his early 20s.
Yeah, well, I could just tell you before you met him, he was, you know, the most popular guy in the neighborhood. And I understand, you know, he had that smile that could just charm you, and you know.
Yeah.
You know, he had.
Me.
Yeah, sure. But he was, you know.
He was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We lost a good guy too early. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool, Billy. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nice to talk to you.
Same here.
Give my regards to the neighborhood. Are you still back there in the Bronx?
My business is based in the Bronx, actually. I own a chain of supermarkets in New York City.
Oh, yeah?
And my office is on Kingsbridge Road in the Bronx. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Although I live in Westchester, but I spend most of my time in the Bronx. Yeah.
That's the way to be, man. Never changes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Billy.
Okay.
Thanks, Billy.
And next we have Philip in the room. Hey, Philip.
Hi, Tanya. Hi,
hey,
can you hear me? Fine, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just.
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific. I mean, considering that we're all shuttered in at home and all that stuff, how are you handling it?
Well, nice. Well, in fact, I'm in Madrid, in Spain.
You're what?
I am in Madrid, in Spain.
How's it there? Is it much different than America?
Yes, it's been 6 weeks now of
6 weeks
confinement.
for us too.
And yes, it's one of the biggest focus of the coronavirus in Europe.
Of course. Are they thinking of opening up the city again, or is it still closed down?
No, it's still closed down, and next week the kids under 14 will be able to have a walk, a 10-minute, 15-minute walk with one of their parents. So, but the rest of the people are confined at home. So, well, it's what you said the other day. It's very rare that we have very cloudy and rainy weather here, but since the beginning of the confinement, it's been raining. It's been cloudy.
Rain.
Yeah.
Like
so, like in Los Angeles, you said.
Yes. Rain. So I thought one thing at the house, but at least it's raining outside, not sunny. But today it's a beautiful sunny day, and so
great. And I wanted to tell you that I met you 10 years ago in Heathrow in an Autographica event. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, in fact, I went there with a friend, a Paris friend, and I remember there were Linda Gray and Charlene Tilton too. And when I organized myself, I said to the people who organized that, if I go to London, if I fly to London, I want to be either with Linda Gray, either with Tanya Roberts at the table. And if not, I won't go. And well, at the end, I was with Linda Gray at the table, but we did a pic together. And just one thing, I remember that Linda Gray told me, Tanya Roberts is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in Hollywood.
That was very sweet of her, because she was very
and you were terrific. You were, well, you were amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if you remember these events.
Yes, I remember it very well. So when do you think you're all going to be getting out of your houses? Are they opening up in Spain?
No, it will be long. It will be, well, I guess we'll have to stay at home at least 1 more month.
That's what I think too. Hey, better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah. So I had just two quick questions.
Sure.
First, I wanted to know about your part in Charlie's Angels. What was your? I'm not talking about actresses. What was your favorite character?
My favorite.
Watch a Michael Moore movie.
Character of the other angels.
Probably Jacqueline Smith. She was my favorite. She was very sweet.
Yeah, and okay. And another question I had. I know that you've been speaking about a reunion the previous weeks, but what makes it so difficult to organize a reunion of angels, according to you?
You know, I don't really know. I don't really know about it, but Aaron Spelling, the producer, passed away. And I just don't know what it is. I keep hearing about it myself too, and I don't know what the difficulty is. So hopefully we'll be coming out with our crutches and walkers.
Yeah, no, I hope it will be soon. It would be great to see you.
Yeah, it would be great.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. I'll come back another day if you do that again. It was great.
Thank you.
Stay
Be safe.
Bye-bye, Tanya. Bye-bye, Mike. Thank you very much.
Hey, guys, I just want to let you know, if you're in the room here, I'm going to bring you in, and your camera and your microphone will be turned off. And when you come in and we're ready to chat, I'll turn all those on. So be patient, and we're going to give you your time in the room. So the next step is going to be Danny. And Danny, turn your camera on if you can.
My camera's actually not working, but can you hear me?
We sure can.
Okay, so Tanya, first of all, you look amazing. We should all be so lucky to get your genetics. But I was wondering if you could share why Vic Tayback was replaced by Vic Morrow in your first episode of Charlie's Angels, and your memories of the two different actors.
I didn't even know that. You know, it's so funny when on the internet, I have no idea. All I knew was Vic Morrow was the guy I was going to be working with, and he was fantastic. He was such a good actor and such a sweet man. I don't know why they substituted him or whatever, but he was great.
You had amazing chemistry with him. Your scenes together were really great.
Yeah, he was wonderful to work with. I loved it.
And then could you share any memories from your auditioning experience from Charlie's Angels?
Oh, sure. Well, the first audition I did was on the set, cry at the fireplace, and then I cried at the fireplace. And then I came back out and said a few lines, and then I was excused from the thing. And then a week later, would you mind if we dye your hair red? And well, there was Jacqueline, who was brunette, and Cheryl, who was blonde. So I guess red made sense to them at the time. And I sure did. I went red. And I stayed red for a while until I did Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. And that's basically how it happened. It was and I remember, I mean, not one morning, late one evening, I got a call, and it was from the producer, Aaron Spelling, and he said to me, "Now, we're gonna let you know tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., so be ready." I had no clue that's, you know, I didn't know what he was trying to say to me, but all I know is I'm all around the neighborhood thinking, should we do it or shouldn't we do it, or should we do it or shouldn't we do it? Because, you know, it was really, it was very hard to get out of that niche once you were in it. Most people got, typecast and couldn't get jobs after they did Charlie's Angels. And I knew it was the last year, so we thought about it. Next morning at 6 a.m., I got a call and they said, "Get up, the limousine's outside, get yourself together. I mean, just put whatever bags or whatever makeup or whatever you want to bring, and we'll do your makeup and we'll do your hair." And that's what they did.
Wow.
And I got the part.
You were amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Danny. Thanks for coming. Next up, we have Christine. Christine, turn your camera on if you're in the room.
I am.
Hi, Christine.
Hello.
Hi, Christine.
Hi. So I'm a huge fan of Sheena. I used to watch it. I used to watch it over and over and over to the point I drove my grandparents
I can hear
crazy.
you broke up.
I used to watch it over and over and over. I used to drive my grandparents. Sheena.
She watched it all the time.
Oh man, I love doing that movie more than anything I ever did. I was and we were working with all the animals that were trained by our trainers and all the herds of animals that were really there, that lived there. And it was just the most beautiful experience. And the Maasai warriors, and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Yeah, it was beautiful. All the animals in it and all the stuff. It was just so neat. And when I was little, I would imagine that I could talk to the animals, but
I still do imagine that. I still talk to my animals. They don't listen very much, but I talk to them.
Absolutely. So I wanted to tell you too, I was super bummed that Chiller and all this is now happening, and you were going to be at Chiller in New Jersey.
Are you from New Jersey?
No, but I help book clients at shows, at Comic-Cons.
Uh-huh.
And so I was going to be at that show. And so I saw that you were going to be there. And then obviously all this happened and now it's canceled. So I was super bummed.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm from New York.
You were one of the people that were going to be there that I was really excited to meet. So.
Oh, that's so sweet. I tell you, I really wanted to do that show, and it was back. I'm from New York originally, and so for me, it was going like back home, and I would have, you know, after we finished the show, I would have taken a taxi into New York and gone out to one of my favorite restaurants or sushi bars or something. And yeah, then all of a sudden the pandemic came and everything got canceled. You can't be standing that close to people.
Yeah, they're going to be doing it, I guess, in October. So maybe.
October, I think that'll be safe.
Yeah, so maybe you'll be able to go. That'd be great. What was that?
What'd you say?
I said, hopefully you'll be able to go in October.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, we hope to be there in October, yes.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do it in July, which was still too close.
That was just canceled this week. It was canceled this week.
Yeah, they just canceled it.
I forgot to tell you, it just canceled. So they can't do the July show.
Right.
So, well, Christine, thank you for coming in.
I'll see you when you get there.
Yes, thank you. It was really nice to talk with you.
Nice to talk with you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And now we have Billy in the room, Tanya.
Billy in the room. Billy in the room. Hey, Billy.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Tanya. How you guys doing?
Terrific. How are you doing?
Good. It's a beautiful day. I'm up by Napa, and I'm in my backyard on my porch, and it's just gorgeous.
You got really nice trees back there. Where are you calling from?
Petaluma.
Where?
Petaluma.
Where's Petaluma?
It's about 25 miles north of San Francisco.
Oh, and the weather's nice there?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like
it looks beautiful to me.
Yeah, I've got some nice trees, and it's very, very nice. It was cold and rainy, not rainy, but it was very cold and overcast yesterday, but it's beautiful now.
It's exactly how it was here yesterday. It was very overcast and gray, and now it's nice. And I just keep thinking and wishing, oh, could I go outside? Could I go outside? I want to take my dogs for a walk and all that stuff. But, you know, it's too early, and I guess we just gotta...
So are you just walking them like around your backyard and such?
Yeah, I let them... One of my dogs dug a hole under the... And so now I'm afraid to let him out, both of them, because I don't know where she's going to go. But she goes down to this canyon that's near mine, and she goes barking at these dogs for like 2 hours. Came up and left a note at my door and said, your dog's been barking at my dog for 2 hours. Come and get her. And I said, where? They said, Horseshoe Canyon. So I drove down and picked her up and brought her home, but I still don't know which was the culprit, whether it was Muttley, my big dog, or whether it was Soxy, my littler dog. And but anyway, I want to let them go out. I want to be with them when they go out. I want to go on my hikes again. I miss my hikes. They've closed down all the trails.
Definitely. I go camping with my my teenager a lot. He and I go camping and hiking, and it's just, we can't even, you know, it's horrible. I mean, I've been outside and hiking and camping and the outdoors and.
Oh, I know. And where you are, it must be beautiful.
Yeah, we go out to the coast a lot, like Bodega Bay, and there's beautiful beaches and campgrounds out there. And and you could just go there for, you know, for the weekend, and it's just a beautiful experience. And you can go in the water, fishing, kayaking, hiking with your dogs and everything. And
they don't allow the dogs on the beaches out here.
It depends which ones.
One beach, Huntington Beach. we're allowed
Yeah.
to take the dogs, but otherwise, no.
Yeah.
But I just want on the hike with my dogs again because I miss it.
Yeah.
It's terrible being confined.
Well, hopefully,
I go every day.
hopefully we'll be over by in a couple. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a couple months or.
Yeah, I know. I don't know either. I think they keep pushing for the end of too soon. I think we got to wait probably a month and a half or 2 months
Definitely.
to be safe.
Billy, do you have a question?
Just God knows.
Yeah. One thing I was going to ask you, outside of Africa and Sheena, what's the most exotic place you went to do like a modeling shoot? Yeah, she can see you too.
Oh, cool.
In Fushina?
No, outside of that, what's the most exotic place you did a modeling shoot outside of Africa?
A modeling shoot?
Yeah, like what was somewhere exotic you went?
Well, I went to Mexico, to Spain a few times, and that was about as exotic as Africa. I mean, Africa was so beautiful, and with all the wild animals just free to roam as they wanted. It was a great experience. It was probably the best thing I ever did.
Yeah, and all the scenery in that movie is just beautiful. It's beautifully shot.
Oh yeah, it was so beautiful. Kenya's a beautiful place.
Well, I wanted to check in and say hi again and stay safe.
Hi.
Thank
and
you.
have a safe.
Oh, my wife wanted to tell you I have a teenage son who loves you from the
That 70 show?
70 show because he watches it all the time, I guess, on Netflix. Is he there? Is he there? Look, come here. This is my son who is a huge fan, and he watches you. Come here, right here. He watches the 70 show.
Hi.
So you have young fan base right here, and we also.
How are you handling everything? Nice weather today, though. Good, huh?
Yep, new generation, and I brought him up on Charlie's Angels, the original TV shows too. So.
Oh yeah. Great.
Fantastic. Well, great to see you guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for talking to me.
Hey, Tanya, we have Corey in the room now. Oh, by the way, everybody, halfway through or maybe at the end, I have the bowl of everyone's name. We're going to give away the DVD today of Sheena, just because it's Earth Day. How did that work out? That worked out perfectly, didn't it, Tanya? So we have Corey coming in the room right now. There, Hi, Corey.
Hi. Oh, wait.
You're there.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yes, we can.
Oh my God. Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm seeing you. Wow. Oh my God. You're beautiful. You've aged phenomenally. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. I have nothing to say. So I'm sorry. I just get speechless. I think the last time I got speechless was when I saw Dana Delaney in a play like in January. So
that was the last time.
Yeah. But I've been a big fan of yours, and I've loved you in Beastmaster, and let's see, I think it was Almost Pregnant.
Almost Pregnant. Yeah, everybody forgets that. It's because it wasn't released as motion picture. They had two choices to release, and they chose one with Dolph Lundgren, and they made his go to the theaters, and they left mine to go to video. But it was a lot of fun to do. It was really fun. Dom DeLuise's son directed it, so it was a great time. I had fun.
Wow.
Devin?
And I've never seen Sheena. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I've always wanted to see it. So I haven't had the time to see it, but it's like that's why I wanted to ask my questions, since you were like usually like the not femme fatale and some stuff, but more of a sex symbol back in the 80s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How was it when you did like certain things like, you know, the love scenes and all that stuff?
Oh, well, it was a little, you know, intimidating. Doing love scenes, even when you're not married or you're married, it doesn't matter. There's a whole crew of people there, and you just kind of have to rip off your clothes and do what they tell you to do. And so you just, you know, it's a little scary, but you get used to it as the minutes go by. But it's challenging. It's challenging. But the locations were so beautiful that they took my breath away, so I wasn't so concerned with myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow. That's really something. And I heard that you're actually Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Because I mean, I'm not Jewish, I'm Christian, but I've always had this thing where it's like I've had crushes on like people that are strangely Jewish for some reason. I don't know, but I mean, I've had a crush on you before when I was younger.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I'm Jewish to the core. My husband was Jewish, and I was raised, but I'm actually half Christian myself and half Jewish. But I was raised Christian, but the minute I got out and left home, which was when I was 16, I ran into all kinds of people, and most of them were Jewish, and I really got into that vernacular and got into the lifestyle, and I always considered myself Jewish first.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Corey. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, okay. It's but thank you. Thank you so much, Tanya.
Have a great
day. Thank you.
Thanks.
Be safe.
And we now have David in the room. David? Oh, it's David.
Hey, David.
There you go. I
can't hear you. Oh my God. Look at that baby.
You have to unmute.
I can't hear David.
Unmute your microphone. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Let me see that puppy again. Oh my God, what kind is it?
He's half Shih Tzu and half Coton de la Tour.
Oh my God, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I guess Barbara Streisand brought them to the US.
Really?
Yeah, and guess what his name is? Charlie Townsend.
Really? Charlie Townsend.
Exactly. Funny, right?
So is it true that Barbara Streisand had her dogs cloned?
Yep. So she brought the Coton to the US, I think from Madagascar, I think is where they're from.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah, really crazy. But they're adorable.
He's super cute.
How much does she weigh?
Well, Santa brought him, and Santa said he was only going to weigh 5 pounds, and he weighs 25 pounds.
And how much does he weigh?
25.
I guess he's been not missing any meals. Huh?
Exactly. And then I think we are adopting another one tomorrow.
Adopting another dog?
Yep.
What kind?
I think a Shih Tzu.
A Shih Tzu, they're great.
Yeah.
I love the little dog from As Good as It Gets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it's called either. Super cute.
Oh, what a dog.
All right, I have a 2-part question for you. All right. Okay, so early in your career, we did shows like Charlie's Angels and View to a Kill, where they were very focused on like physical beauty, hair, makeup, bikinis, body. So how much pressure in the rest of your career did you feel like you had to hold up to that image?
Of the View to a Kill image?
No, just the image of a sex symbol and the beauty and the hair and the makeup, like in the rest of your career after Charlie's Angels, yeah.
Once you're pigeonholed as attractive, it's hard to get out of it, but it wasn't a problem for me. I still loved all the roles I did.
Yeah. Okay.
movie was so much fun. We went all over the world to shoot it. And Shepperton Studios, which had the biggest stage movie studio in the, and say we did all the underground piping and little trucks that went down to pour the coal and all that.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was so huge. I'd never seen anything like it.
Wow.
It was amazing. So
Yeah.
it was fun.
Since whatever you're using is working, will you walk us through your beauty routine so we can all look like Tanya Roberts?
My routine?
Yeah, what's your beauty routine?
Well, my beauty routine is basically a lot of water.
Yeah.
And
is there a favorite product that you like, that you use, a favorite product?
Oh, my favorite product, you know what that is.
You do some great masks, I know.
The great masks that you gave me. What are they called again?
The SK2 masks.
The SK2 masks. They are phenomenal. They give your skin such a glow.
Yeah.
I love them. I still have some left.
All right,
I didn't run through them yet. I've been very, very, careful with them. But they're wonderful. And all the products you've given me, I love.
It's really funny. Those masks right now have been like selling out everywhere because everybody's really doing home self-care right now and doing lots of masks. So they are like a hot item right now. We're almost sold out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing really well.
The funniest thing that I notice is when I watch the news, all the women on the news and the men, their hair's grown out and they have no hairstylist to cut it.
The roots, our roots are all going to be brunette soon. Yeah.
And the length.
Yeah.
And I cut my own length, so I don't have to worry about that. But man, what a disheveled mess everybody looks.
Yeah, we're all going to be brunettes soon. Yep. Yeah. All right, my friend. Good to see you. All right. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.
Bye, David.
See you soon.
Bye.
Love you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Tanya, how you doing?
Great.
Good. We have Eric coming into the room now. We're going to have him turn on his camera. Eric, if you have a camera, turn on.
I'm trying.
Oh, it's coming. I can see. Oh, there you go. Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
Hi, Tanya. How are you?
Very good, thanks. How are you handling being secluded in your house?
Well, unfortunately, I work at a hospital, so it's pretty rough there. And my uncle just passed away from the coronavirus this week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we're going through that and can't really have a funeral right now and all that, but.
Oh, God, that's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frightening.
I know. I wish people would stay in, but they're really not.
No, I know. And now I just saw on the news, some beach in California had all the people on the beach again without mouth or face coverings. And I thought, good God, that's a little soon. I think that's too soon. I think it's going to be a couple of months before I dare to go out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm afraid of getting it.
Yeah.
And even your dogs can get it if they play with other dogs on the beach or on the hike. Well, my hiking trail's been closed down. But when it opens, they say if your dog starts playing with another dog, you got to be careful because they can carry it and give you the virus, even though they don't show any symptoms. So it's scary. It's really scary right now.
I didn't even know that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I do have a question about Sheena. I wanted to know about your preparation for it. Did you have to train a lot? Like how long?
Yes, I did. I trained a lot. I had a trainer who came to my house every day, and we ran up and down the blocks, and then we did weights and all different types of weights, and then I had to go to learn how to swing from one vine to the other, and that was a trip. That was really hard training because I was scared with the rope. I was scared that I wouldn't live because it was down like 30 feet and I was just afraid to let go, but I finally did. But yeah, there was a lot of training, and luckily for me, I rode horses all my life, so I was able to ride the Arabians that we painted up to look like zebras.
Wow.
Lots of beasts and wildebeests, and I did just fine. But if they knew about that at Columbia Pictures, they would have had a fit, because I could have fallen in a pit hole and run over by. We were all migrating at the time, but it was the elephant, and I worked with the tiger and the lion and the rhino. Yeah, it was cool.
How long did it take to prepare? Like, was it like months or?
Well, yeah, it took a couple of months here in Los Angeles to prepare and get my body more muscular. And then I had to meet all the animals, so I knew who they were. And they never told me at the time that I had to get on this elephant, a young elephant, who had never been ridden before. And so there I was jumping on an elephant and thinking, oh, all's well, nothing's. And they told me after I got off the elephant that I was the first person who ever sat on her.
Oh my
And
God.
so I thought, God, thanks for telling me. She was adorable, and the animals and the chimps were so great. It was a wonderful experience. I'm an animal lover, so I had so much fun.
Uh-huh.
It was great.
Well, Eric, thanks for coming in. I hope you be
Thank
safe.
you, Mike. You too.
Thanks. Stay safe.
Stay safe, Tanya.
And hi, we have Nicole, how do you pronounce your name?
Nicola, Nick.
Nick, do you have a camera or just the picture of yourself?
Yes, hold on a minute. Start video. There I go. Here we go.
Bula?
Hi, Tanya.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I just want to tell you, I'm like Corey. I saw Corey before, and I had a big crush on you from the 80s, and I remember.
Thank you.
Hi, Mike. No, Tanya. Anyway, I remember from Charlie's Angels, you were on top of a car, and you were riding on top of the car or something, and your wind was blowing your hair back. I'm like, wow, that one was beautiful. I'm like, Charlie's Angels.
That's right. Yeah, I was. They put me on top of that car, and we sped through the underground parking. Yep.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That was my first stunt on the show that I did.
And then when I saw you on Due to a Kill, is my favorite movie, James Bond movie, and you were great in that movie too.
Oh, that was so much fun. Thank you. That was a great movie to do. It was great to work with Christopher Walken and Roger Moore, and it was just a lot of fun. We shot in Chantilly, France, and Brighton, in London, and San Francisco, where I drove the fire truck.
Oh, yeah, fire truck. And Christopher Walken was a great villain too, so he was pretty cool. But I've seen just about all your movies. View to Kill, Body Slam was pretty cool. Night Eyes, I loved you in Night Eyes, that romantic thriller.
Oh yeah.
That was
brings
great.
back memories.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say hi. I loved doing the 70s show, Charlie's Angels. So I just want to say hi. How are you doing out there?
Oh, thanks so much. How are you doing? You doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I do. I'm in construction, and I do a lot of. I spoke to Mike years ago. I do a lot of fundraising, and we wanted you to come out to one of our events a while ago. So we were trying to get you out here one time. So we were gonna take care of you, however it worked out. So.
Oh, really?
But I look forward to meeting you someday. I mean, if I got to come to LA, I come there. I go to Napa once in a while, but I was always coming down, and I have friends who live on the beach, but I wanted to come to LA too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, Nick, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you seeing you.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll meet you guys someday. Keep in touch.
Talk to you.
Be safe.
Bye.
Now we have, are you getting some water? Oh, that was a phone call coming in. We have Frederick in the room now. Frederick, if you have a camera, turn your camera on.
Yep. Can you
There
see
we
me
go.
okay?
Hi, Frederick.
How you doing?
Doing well. Hey, thanks for hosting this. So, longtime fan. I first started watching, actually, I saw your career kind of in reverse order. I saw you first as Beastmaster first, and then Tourist Trap when it came out and syndicated in TV. And then I caught Charlie's Angels in syndication. And then, you know, pre-internet era, I caught your stuff like Forced Entry, Hearts and Armor, all these obscure titles.
Oh my God, you know them all.
Yeah, much later. It's kind of weird. It was only like in the past year did I actually finally see California Dreamin'. You know, you were very, very early in your career.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so,
wow.
Yeah.
I haven't met too many people who saw that.
Yeah, so again, so it's just one of those things. I kind of saw your career out of sequence, but it's a very impressive body of work. I guess the question
thank you.
Yes. So I did watch the Blu-ray version of Tourist Trap. That was kind of like my first movie that I saw you that became a big fan of you. I read about how, you know, I read about, I guess I saw a previous host chat room you did where you described the special effects with a knife, and I read about how you ran barefoot to try and get that whimpering effect, I guess, when you encounter Chuck Connors before he kills you.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Oh, that was really scary for me too.
Yeah.
That movie was a real scary movie, and I can never understand why it didn't do better, because I was scared when I walked on the sets.
Now. Yeah.
It was a real scary movie, and Chuck Connors was a perfect, you know, a perfect bad guy for that movie. He was great, and he also helped me a lot because it was one of my first movies, and he showed me what to do and helped me through, you know, certain passages that I wasn't so.
Nice. Do you have any other memories to share from that film?
Well, yeah, the most memorable experience I can share with you was when they knifed me in the back of the neck.
Yeah, I remember that one. You mentioned that a few weeks ago. I remember I kind of heard it after the fact.
Yeah, in Tourist Trap.
Yeah.
And I was a little afraid at the time because they put this knife on a thin wire and let it go. They just zapped it right at the back of my neck, but it was a rubber knife, thank God.
Yeah.
And so I didn't die, but it was a scary experience. And going into the room with all the dolls and everything was also scary. It was scary to shoot that movie.
Really? Okay.
It really was.
Okay. Just I got one last question. I'm a big surprise because you covered all these different genres. You did comedies, you did action, you did everything. I was a little surprised you didn't do any more horror genre. It's like you started out in horror, because I remember I found you as a very obscure Forced Entry. You played like the female who the stalker was going after at the end of the film. So I was wondering.
Which film was that?
Forced Entry. It was you, Nancy.
Oh my God.
Very, very
Oh my
obscure.
God, I was a baby when I did that. That wasn't even union, that was non-union. Wow. I can't even barely remember it. But yeah, wow. You go back there.
Yeah, well, again, I didn't see it until the 2000s. So I was like, oh, because like I saw your body of work out of sequence, just came across it. I was just curious, was there a reason why you didn't do any more horror genre? Was it because it was scary, or just nothing caught your eye script-wise?
I've been looking for, actually, since I did that 70s show, I've been looking to do another comedy, and I've been going up on some roles, but it's really, I don't know, it's just, you've got to go up and audition, and you rise, or you don't look quite right.
Right.
But I'm sure hoping.
I'm sorry. The question was, why? I guess it was a reason why you didn't pursue any more horror genre. Because again, you started out in the horror genre.
Yeah, I've never been asked to do another horror film
Okay.
since those days.
Okay.
So, yeah, I never was asked and I didn't do one. Night Eyes was sort of a horror film.
Yeah, it's a violent thriller. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But, yeah, no, that was about it.
Well, thanks,
Okay.
Frederick.
Well, thanks. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for hosting.
Thanks. Have a great day and be safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Our next person will be Howard is in the room.
Hey, Howard.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see you.
Yeah, my camera's a little on the fritz, so I've been saying that I have a mask protecting it like everybody's faces.
Ah.
So I shouldn't be worried.
No, I think,
Virus, huh?
I think you'll be okay. You're across the country, so I think you'll be okay. I'm in Brooklyn, New York, so you're fine.
Where are you?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I'm from New York myself. I'm from Manhattan.
I know, that's fantastic, and I'm also Jewish, so I will say shalom to you.
Shalom to you too.
And I was.
So
yeah,
how are things?
Things are, I mean, things are okay. I mean, as best as they can be. I was really looking forward to seeing you at Chiller this weekend.
Oh, me too, but they had to cancel it.
They did, so I hope, yeah, because of the whole craziness that's going on.
The whole close to somebody, because whenever I do those shows, they want to take pictures with me. And so I put my arms around them and they put their arms around me, and forget it, with the social distancing, it would have been impossible.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think they're postponing it till, I'm not sure.
October, I think for now, October.
October, yeah, that'll be safe, I'm hoping.
That'll be good. And if you get to come there and if I get to be there, then you can see what I look like.
Yeah.
I won't be a black box with my name.
Oh, cool.
You have a question for Tanya, Howard?
Yes, I do. I mean, I've seen, so much of your work, and I guess my question would be, I mean, I'm such a big fan of A View to a Kill, and I got to meet Roger Moore in New York at a book signing, and just wondering, do you have any, what was it like working with him and the whole experience, and any good stories? Because he was terrific.
Oh, he was fantastic. He was the most suave, and he had a great sense of humor, very dry wit. And so he was perfect to work with. He always had jokes to crack. It was so much fun to be around, and he was just great. He was great. I met him and his wife and his son, and it was a lot of fun to do. The most hairy part that we did was down the elevator shaft with the fire flames reaching up at us, which were. They really were, but we were at a safe distance, but it was still a little scary. And he was great. He was terrific. I felt totally safe in his presence. He was a good guy to work with. He really was.
That's great. Great to hear it. I love it. And I hope when you do come to New York, if there's ever a screening or anything, maybe you could be a guest or something. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, because I manage a movie theater in Queens, but I'm friends with a lot of the repertory theaters in the city that show A View to a Kill and Sheena and stuff like that, and we'd love to have you for a guest.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'd love to come.
Terrific, terrific. Hope so, and I hope to see you at Chiller in October. Be
okay,
safe.
I'll see you there.
Thank you, Howard.
Be safe.
You too.
And now we have James in the room.
Jane.
Hi, Tanya. Hi, Mike.
Hey,
can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi, Tanya. Hi, Mike. I was wondering, did you ever meet John Forsythe?
Oh, yeah, I did. I met him and his wife at a restaurant because they never, that was over. He was Charlie, and so that was his voice. But it was the last year when I was on the show, and so maybe he had come to the set other times, but this particular year he didn't show up at the set. but I met him and his wife at a restaurant. He was just the nicest guy, really nice guy, and his wife was too. It was really fun meeting him after hearing that full.
Well, great.
Great, thanks. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tanya.
Have a good day.
Bye. And now we have Jeff in the room. Hey, Jeff, do you have a camera? Jeff? Well, Jeff? We just have the word Jeff, and he's amazing.
Amazingly invisible.
Exactly, like the Visible Man. Then we have Jeff W. Are you? Do you have a camera or a microphone, Jeff?
Yes, a microphone.
Great. How are you doing?
Okay, good.
Do you have a question for Tanya?
Yes. What was your favorite role?
My favorite role?
Yes.
I guess my favorite role was Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, because I got to live in Kenya for almost a year. And I love animals, and I loved Kenya, and I loved the people there. And that was probably the most outrageous experience of my life, was working over there. I really loved it. And we brought all our own animals, our leopards, our tigers, our white rhino, our elephant, our chimps, and all those animals went to a place after we finished shooting where they'd be safe forever after, and they couldn't come back to America because you're not allowed to bring exotic animals back into the country once they've left. But it was a great experience, really great experience.
I had no idea you were such a great comedian. You were so great in that 70s show. How did that come about?
Well, I went up for, they asked if I wanted to do it. And I went up and met them all. And lo and behold, I got the part. And it was so much fun. I loved doing it. And then my husband got sick in the third season. But it was so much fun when I did it. I love doing comedy. What's great about it is you come in at 10 o'clock in the morning and you rehearse till about 4. And then you go home and you do the next day the same thing, 10 till 4, 10 till 4. And then on Fridays, we would shoot. And so we'd come in at like 12 and we'd do one more run through and then we'd shoot. And it was in front of a live audience and it was really great to do. It was if I ever have another job in this business, I want it to be a sitcom because it's a family. You have a lot of time off. You have a lot of Easter time, Christmas time. That you have off, and so it's really a job at all. It's like fun when you come in. It's really fun. It was a great experience. I loved it.
Yes, Midge and Julie Rogers are my 2 favorite characters you've done.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
I love doing both of them.
And now we have Jeremy in the room. Jeremy, you can turn your camera on now. There you go.
Hey,
Hello.
Jeremy, how you doing?
Wow. Yeah, I'm great. I feel much better now because I was concerned that maybe I got on too late and I'd missed my chance. And I was like, oh, but no, hello.
We're here.
Yes, I'm very glad. Now, Tanya, you meet tons of people, so I doubt that you'll remember me, but there's a glimmer of hope. Either way, it's no big deal. we met some years ago at Hollywood Show in Santa Monica at, I forgot what hotel.
In Santa Monica. Santa Monica. I'm asking Michael, do you remember that?
Hi, Mike.
A show in Santa Monica?
We did a show in Santa Monica down by the beach?
Kind of by the beach, kind of on the way. I mean, I can tell you that I didn't realize you were going to be there. It made it all the better, but I went there full well knowing that the almighty Hoff was there with a lot of his Baywatch co-stars and a few Knight Rider co-stars. So I was wearing a Knight Rider t-shirt.
Was it in the airport?
Well, maybe kind of sort of by, I think nearby also where some of the studios are.
Oh, well, Sony's down there now.
Yes.
Sony's down there, but I don't know. I just can't remember being down and doing the signings.
That's cool. Well,
do you have a question?
Yeah. Well, yeah, actually I do. Thank you for reeling it in. I've seen you in your different roles, some of them, others I need to catch up on. I will, I promise. And being a professional myself, professional actor, artist, I can appreciate this, that you change up not only like your mannerisms for each role, of course, and even your voice, the timbre of your voice, the accent. You know, I mean, I love the way you sound right now. That's your normal, I'm guessing, New York accent and the voice. But I see you playing Julie Rogers, playing Sheena, playing in A View to a Kill. It's like a 180. You seem like a different person. And I realize more and more, wow, she is an amazing actress. So, and I know that stuff helps you get into the part. Do you focus on voice work for one when you look into new roles, other roles, whatnot?
Well, I know when I do comedy, I use my comedy voice, which is more crackly. Otherwise, I don't think that much about it. It's usually the roles that dictate how I'm going to behave. This was the I ever had, and I just played it like me. You know, I just didn't know what else to do. It was so much to grapple with. It was, and so I just played myself, and that's how I did it.
Well, perfect. Did you not hear what? Thank you, Jeremy. We have to move on to the next person. Sorry, we've lost you for some reason. Oops. We have Kathleen. We're going to go through everybody. We're going to go through everybody. We have about 6 people we want to get through in about next 15 minutes. So if you have a question, please start with that. And so everybody has a little bit of FaceTime. All right. So Kathleen, if you can turn your camera on and your microphone, and we'll get you going. Hey.
Hey, Kathleen. How you doing?
Can you hear me? I'm not sure how to do this.
We're on. We see you and we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I'm at a rehab center. I'm living here now. I had a really bad infection in August that took me out. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, actually one of the things that's got me through, believe it or not, is my old faithful Charlie Angels reruns. And the seasons I have now are 4 and 5, and guess who 5 is? So I just want to thank you, and if you can find them, thank them for me. I've watched them faithfully over these last 40 years. And so you guys have got me through everything. I wanted to have a chance to tell you that. You have, and the people here that knew you when they were kids, and when I played those reruns on Crackle, they danced to the music. They're thrilled to hear it. So I just want to let you know you guys are just as popular as you ever were.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so
I don't know a whole lot about your newer stuff, but I just want to let you know and let the cats know if you ever see them, because I don't know how to get in touch with any of them. that they've made a big difference and have been a big help to me and others in my generation, and also with you guys. I ended up being the first woman electrician in the city. I ended up being the first woman supply driver for electrics in the city of St. Louis.
Wow.
I was the only woman in my class at the time I went in the early 90s. So there's a chance if I hadn't seen you guys, I might not have done all that. So yeah, I did. So I did my part. So I did it. I did my part.
That's
You there?
fantastic. Yes, that is fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah. So I just want to pass it along to all y'all and thank you all very much.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a great day. Be safe.
Thank you. All right.
Now we have Walter in the house. Walter, can you turn on your camera? Maybe he doesn't have a camera. Oh, here we are.
Hey, Walter.
Let me see. Hold on. I think I have your volume down. Hold on. You're unmuted now, Walter.
Hello, hello.
There you go. We got you. Go ahead.
Hey, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Fine. I wasn't actually planning on coming on. I was just coming on to watch, and then I walked away and I heard Mike. So, but I don't know what to say. You and the other angels were because of you. I learned how to draw. So I've been drawing you for 40 years now.
Really?
So I would love, and I'm a photographer. I'd love to shoot you or draw you again anytime. I live here in LA. So.
Oh, you live in LA?
Yeah.
Where are you in LA?
I'm like Santa Monica and Fairfax area.
Oh, sure. That's great.
So once this is over, I would love to photograph you or do something.
Sure. Well, you know, we're doing a chiller. Oh, but that's going to be on the East Coast. But we're doing, I'm sure Mike will know better than I, that we're doing signings out here too, where I'd love to see you. You could come and.
Sure. Absolutely. So
it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well in this crazy world.
Trying. Thanks for doing this.
Stay safe, man.
Stay
You
safe.
too.
Bye.
Okay.
Mariano, we have you in the room. If you have a camera, turn it on. Maybe not. Maybe not, Tanya. Maybe Mariano's scared of you now. He's scared of you. Oh my goodness. Lost my page. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take him out. Let's see who else we have. We have Scott Johnson in the room. Our friend Scott. Scott, we're turning on your video.
Hello.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, good seeing you again, Tanya.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing great. Are you being careful and staying inside?
Absolutely.
Me too. I've been in here for 6 weeks. And I can't tell you, man, I see my house is all windows. And so all I can see is views. And it's so beautiful today, but I can't go out because they've closed down my parks where I hike. And so there's just nothing you can do except stay inside. I could walk my dog down the street, but I'm worried about her getting in contact with other dogs because they say that they carry it and they can pass it on to you, but they don't show any effects. So I've been staying in and staying close to home, which is getting really worn out. But what can you do, man?
Hey, better be safe than sorry. Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, you got that right.
Do you have a question for Tanya, Mr. Scott?
Yes, absolutely. I had read at the time that you joined Angels, around that time, that you had lost out on the movie 10 to Bo Derek.
That's right. I had black hair at the time, and I did a really good job auditioning for it, and they just decided to go with the blonde, I guess. I really thought I had that one. That would have been great, but I love doing the angels, so that was a terrific bonus for me. That was great for me.
So if you had done 10, would you have done angels?
I don't know. You know, it's really hard to say what comes along. But when you're working and you finish a project, sometimes you want to move on right away to something else, and sometimes you want to really think about it and calculate it and figure out whether it's a good move or a step up or a step down. And I probably would have done it. I remember the night that I was thinking about it because Aaron Spelling, the producer, called me up and told me that I was one of the final contenders, and I had to be ready the next morning at 6 a.m. because they were going to call me, and I was going to go on Rona Barrett.
Yes, I remember seeing that.
In those days. And so I remember my husband and I were walking around the neighborhood thinking, God, is this a good idea, or am I going to get pigeonholed right away? But I did it anyway, and I luckily, not unluckily, because I was really enjoying doing the series, but it was last year, so I didn't get as pigeonholed as some of the other girls on the show did. So I was able to move right out. But it was sad, nonetheless, that it ended, because I was having a great time.
Well, I was also so disappointed when Mike Hammer went to series and you were not on it since you were in the pilot movie for it.
Yeah, well, what happened is they offered me Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, and I adore animals, and I had never been to Africa, and I just thought, I can't turn this down no matter what. So I just went and did it, and I never had any regrets. But that was a great show, Mike Hammer. Stacy Keach was wonderful on it. That was a really great show.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Good seeing you again. Bye.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Good to see you.
Stay safe.
And Jesse, we have Jesse, and then we're going to do two more people after Jesse. We're doing Mark and Carol. And then we're going to pull for the DVD of Sheena. And if we didn't get to you today, I'm sorry. We will definitely get you next week. And we're going to be here next week, same time, same place, same bat, and it'll be same angel world. And I'll think of something funny to say later. Tanya, we'll work on that, won't we? But anyway, we have Jesse coming into the room. Jesse, turn on your camera, please. Here you go.
Oh, hello. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Mike. Thank you so much for having me on right now. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of you, Tanya. I just started watching Charlie's Angels probably about 10 years ago when I was in high school. My mom was a big fan of the show, so I grew up watching the reruns. And when I got on right now, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have an anxiety attack. I'm so excited to be here talking to you.
I missed that. I couldn't hear it. You broke up.
Sorry. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna have an anxiety attack. I was so excited to talk to you. I grew up watching Charlie's Angels. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, great. It's great talking to you too.
Yeah, so I was wondering, what was your favorite episode filming Charlie's Angels? Which episode really stands out to you the most?
My favorite episode was probably one of the ones we shot in Hawaii. We shot our first 6 shows in Hawaii, and I had never been to Hawaii, and it was so beautiful, and it was just so much fun. And I remember the other angels said to me, oh, Tanya, you're going to be wearing the bikinis this year. Thank God we don't have to.
Oh my gosh. Well, you all look so
fed up about wearing bikinis, but I wore a ton of them. And it was great. And that was probably my favorite part, shooting in Hawaii.
Yeah, that was really, I love it.
Every night.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, I love the Hawaii episodes. I was going to ask as well, was there, like, did you have to prepare anything before getting onto the show? Like, did you have to do any sort of like, learn how to use a gun, any sort of physical training for the show at all? Or
No, actually what they did, yeah, they showed me how to use a gun. We used bullets that weren't real, you know, that were just annoying. And that's about what they did. Otherwise, we did our own stunts, which were, you know, not that difficult to do, but in high heels, they were difficult to do.
Oh, sure.
Can you imagine running full speed down the street in high heels? So that was tough. But otherwise, the only thing they gave me training for was that. And when we did Hawaiian Angels, the one where we did hula angels, they had to teach me how to do the hula.
Oh,
that was something I'd never done. I wasn't very good at it.
Oh, I think you did great. I thought you were an amazing addition to the show.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Desi.
And thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Hey, have a safe day.
You as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Sure, thank you.
Bye.
And now we have Mark in the room. Mark, please turn your camera on. There we are.
Mark, I see you.
Hey, Tanya, how are you?
Terrific. How are you doing?
Good. I don't know if you remember me, Mark Allen Minnick, but I met you when you were 19, when you were just starting to hang out with Barry Roberts.
Yeah, my husband.
Yeah, well, of course. And I've been, you know, trying to reach out to you for a number of years. I maintained really profound and, you know, relationships with Marty before he passed. He came up to my house upstate. And the last time you and I actually spoke, I got your cell number from Ronnie, if I'm correct. We talked, you were in Vegas, I was in Albany, and we had thought about getting together, but then I got married.
Oh.
But then I got divorced, so it's fine. So, I mean, I really don't have any profound questions to ask you. It's really just opening up the lines of communication, you know, in terms of reconnecting with a, you know, cat from the Bronx.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. It's so great to hear someone from the old days, man. It really brings back all the memories. I was really loved. We lived in Manhattan, but I was born in the Bronx, and so was Barry, and we met in Manhattan and lived in Manhattan. But people from the old days, just, you know, there's nothing like it, is there?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have a few, you know, gatekeepers, which is totally fine. You know, so Barry and I, we lived across the street from each other.
Really?
And then, oh yeah, then they moved into the building, 3280 Rochambeau Avenue.
I remember Rochambeau Avenue.
Right. So he decided to, I mean, he was a conga player. Marty and I played guitars. He decided to become a therapist. You know, and he got his master's in psychology, worked with Ira Marion and, in some different programs. And I then went on and got my MSW and PhD. And recently I got my SAG card.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what have you been doing?
So, you know, it's generally Silver Fox background guy. I mean, you know, it's that kind of stuff. So if they're looking for someone who has a look like this, it's like, I'll get a call. Generally, I don't have this beard. I wear a goatee, but it's, you know, because of the quarantine, if you will, I just took this attitude like, fuck it. Let me see what I look like. But I'm gonna shave it off. I like the goatee.
I like it though. It looks good on you. I was gonna ask you how long it took you to grow it that long.
This is since March 27th.
Wow.
So
That's a lot of growth.
Yeah, so my mother, who's 96, who I moved here into my place because of the coronavirus, she says, you know, you're getting that Clooney look. And I'm like, Ma, give me a break. So, and it, you know, but then I got a nice compliment. It was sort of like one of these, you know, 007 with the silver. No, but I like the goatee. You know, I got the, you know.
No, you look good. You look really good. I like it.
Cool, very
cool.
cool.
Wondering how long it took you to grow that.
Yeah, it's the, so my feeling is, you know, so it's a COVID beard, and once I can go out and start hanging out back in Manhattan again, the celebration will be to shave it. But, oh my God, if you're telling me it's looking good, maybe I should keep it, you know.
Yeah, or you know what? You can do that stubble look where you just shave it down a little and you can still have a face covering, but it doesn't have to be so long, or it looks great on you long.
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny. The stubble look is sort of here now. So I was going to ask my son who has that look. I mean, it's the look where it's like 3 days of hair growth. I don't know. But I've always been like a goatee guy.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Because that's
So
a very,
maybe
to me, that
would
would
look good too.
Oh, so you've never, well, yeah, I mean, you know, you could check me out on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to do that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for jumping
Okay.
in. We appreciate it.
And truly great.
Thanks.
Great to talk to you. Thanks for the memories.
Oh, Tanya, this has been good. I have 2 questions from the chat room that we need to look at, and then we're gonna, do you have the DVD there next to you?
I sure do.
We're gonna send that DVD to whoever's, where's the bucket? Here's the bucket. Like 200 people we have in this bucket. But we have a couple questions. Let me get to that. One was, what is your favorite place in Los Angeles?
My favorite place in Los Angeles is my house, to be perfectly honest. I have a view house with views of the whole world up here. And my second favorite place is Katsuya, which is a sushi bar, which I haven't been able to go to because everything's closed. So, but those are my favorite places.
I miss it too. I miss it too. And the
Oh
last,
yeah, I know you do. You're my favorite. He's my sushi buddy.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. The last question of the day is going to be, what was the most difficult scene to shoot in Sheena?
The most difficult shoot to do in Sheena?
In Sheena, yes. That's easy to say.
Probably the most dangerous one was when I was riding bareback, and I had the bow and arrow, and I was riding through wildebeests and hartebeests, and I really had to keep my balance because, you know, I was bareback.
Yeah.
So that was probably the toughest scene to do, but I was a really good rider. I had been riding all my life, so it was no real big problem for me, but that was probably the most, you know, difficult of all the scenes that I did.
Well, that's great. That's why we're going to give away a DVD. I also want to shout out to Jeremy, who said his camera was not working or something. We will get you on next week, Jeremy. And those of you who are watching us on Facebook, I could not connect to it today. I do not know why. For all of you watching it, please share it with all your friends. Please like it. Please post comments on the video, our video chat. There's a lot of information in here. You'll learn more about Tanya Roberts than I even knew. Okay? So, Tanya, I'm gonna put my hand in here. I'm gonna pull one out. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And the name is Bill Desnerberger. Bill Desnerberg. Congratulations, you won the DVD. We will send it to you. Tanya, will you sign it for him?
Absolutely.
Yay! Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Tanya, for a long chat today, especially since—
Oh, and thank all you guys for calling in and everything. It was great to talk to you.
Especially since we had the big craziness last week and we couldn't get even online.
Yeah, I know.
Next week. Let's see what else. It's Earth Day. Go kiss Mother Earth, and with a mask on.
With the mask on, yeah, for sure. But it's really makes you think with the pandemic that we're going through, and it's Earth Day. It really is like so. It's like a collision in your brain that our poor little Earth is going through such problems, and everybody's being so careful. And thank God for that.
Any of the dogs around? Are they just?
Yeah, they're around. They're barking, carrying on. They just came in from the
They just don't want to be
outside.
on camera. They just don't want to be on camera. Why is that?
No, they're very shy. I can't get them on. I'll try and get my little sweet pea on sometime, but she's, hard to come by. I don't know where she is. Oh, there she is. She's lying right behind me.
She doesn't even like her picture taken when I try to take her picture.
No, she's very shy.
Very shy. Tanya, thank you for today.
Thank you, Mike.
And we'll see you next Wednesday I think at 12 o'clock. We're changing to 12 o'clock next Wednesday.
That's right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
Be safe out there.
Love you, babe. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.